welcome to OPSEU SEFPO's virtual women's conference and happy Women's History Month. The members of the PWC have been working very diligently over the past 2 years to bring in this year's online conference, the very first ever. The theme of this year's conference is I Am More Than. It is a homage to all women who continue to persist, resist, and advance forward with resolve.
The pandemic has proven just how essential frontline public sector workers are, and of course it's no surprise that most of them are women. You make this province and this union better, and thank you for your tireless dedication and hard work.
Women are the beating heart of it all. As a social justice union, it's our job to give back to those who give their all, to stand with women, to stand with the Indigenous, the Black and racialized communities in their fight for fairness.
We need to support each other and learn those strategies, and it really is important. And I'm so optimistic coming into the next year when we're coming out of this pandemic, we will come out of this pandemic, that women's issues are going to be put at the forefront.
We shall be identifying barriers to communication across cultures. We shall be proposing strategies for effective cross-cultural communications in our union and workplaces.
Our women persisted. They were determined to fight and challenge all those adversarial aspects of legislation and government agencies, the justice system that was so discriminatory.
Even as you lay still, cradled in the arms of Mother Earth, in a grave dug by your brothers and sisters, we hear you breathe. Because even when you have no breath, you can breathe hope.
What we need to do basically is to reinstate that matriarchal role of Indigenous women as the custodians of our culture, language, and beliefs. And this will strengthen not only Indigenous women's status, but it'll also strengthen their respect within the society.
I survived a lot of the racism, discrimination, you name it, all the nation, through finding the strong woman in the community.
The more adaptable we are, the better we will be able to effectively handle adversity without getting the best of you. This means having a renewed mindset and being resilient regardless of workplace challenges. And the magic in achieving this is in establishing good self-care practices.
Is it sitting on the couch with a really nice blanket and a cup of tea? That's perfect. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant.
I've learned on how to forgive myself more. I practice kindness every day.
Whether it's spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, those activities we're doing should be reflected in our day-to-day to maintain that balance.
You can't get rid of all stress, but which ones could you? And where can you dial down? Lifting the guilt that we shoulda, coulda, woulda is a big one, right? And really becoming clear, calm, that's an acronym, calm, listening, embodied awareness, so noticing what's going on in our body, and then reflecting and restoring energy.
1 out of every 7 OPSEU members has a disability. 1/3 of those members require workplace accommodation. And mental health and chronic illness is the highest identified disability.
Burnout is a systemic problem and not an individual one. We need to find systemic solutions like affordable daycare, affordable housing, affordable cost of living, universal basic income, shorter work weeks and manageable workloads, all the way to land back and reparations.
It's important that as we become aware, as we educate ourselves, and as we do our unpacking, that we're then willing to step into the community for action.
Thank you for all of you for being present, for connecting and telling your stories.